These are two Max Stack shoes from the Brooks range, the Glycerin Max and the Ghost Max 3, but they're designed for completely different things. I'll break down 5 differences between them so you know which is best for walking or running. First thing we're going to look at is the midsole on these shoes, and we've an enormous midsole on the Glycerin Max with 45mm in the rear foot and 39mm in the forefoot, giving you a 6mm difference from back to the front, while the Ghost Max 3 comes in a little bit lower with 39mm in the rear foot, 33 in the forefoot. So lots of cushioning, but they feel completely different. You've got a very energetic, bouncy ride in the Glycerin Max, which is really responsive underfoot and transitions you really quickly from the back to the front of the shoe. In contrast to that, in the Ghost Max 3, you've got a very firm midsole, so you don't sink into it as much, it's not as responsive, and it doesn't transition you as quickly as the Glycerin Max. So as a result of this, you feel like you got more contact with the ground, even though it's a Max Stack shoe in the Ghost Max 3 compared to the Glycerin Max. And that's not where the differences stop. So you've got one of the best forefoot rockers on the market in the Glycerin Max. So you can see that it comes up very laid and very sharp in the Glycerin Max, and that really facilitates a nice push-off phase in the gait cycle without requiring much extension of your toes. In contrast, we've got a much less aggressive forefoot rocker in the Ghost Max 3, but because it's extremely firm, it's really stiff in the forefoot to bend as well, therefore adding protection to the forefoot in a different way than what we see in the Glycerin Max. And when we think about the stiff forefoot rocker, the firm cushioning, it also has really large sidewalls on the inside and the outside of the shoe and an extremely rigid heel counter. All these factors make it a stable neutral shoe. The rigid heel counter wraps around your ankle to provide stability, helping to keep your foot centered as you move, and the sidewalls come up, wrap around your ankle to try and control pronation moments when you're transitioning through the gait cycle. In contrast to that, with the Glycerin Max, what we have is very small sidewalls on the outside and the inside of the shoe and a very big stack. So combined with a softer cushioning, it means that it's relatively unstable when you're changing directions, especially at speed. So when you're moving in a straight line, most of you shouldn't notice the difference. However, changing direction is a different story. And then when we move on top of the shoes, this is where they're even more different. So you've got a relatively narrow fit in the Glycerin Max in the toe box, and it doesn't come in a wide version, unfortunately. It's got a very plush upper with a padded tongue and a relatively good lockdown and a little bit of flexibility in the heel counter. In contrast to that, in the Ghost Max 3, we've got one of the widest toe boxes on the market. It's also got pretty good volume as well, so that makes it a really orthotic friendly shoe, as there's plenty of space to fit an orthotic in there once you remove the inner. It's got a padded tongue that's non-gusset as well, but it's got a much more rigid heel counter, so it keeps you really locked in the heel and the midfoot, and then it gives loads of space for your toes to splay for those of you with a broader foot, or as mentioned, for those of you who need to put an orthotic inside the shoe. So they're completely different in how they feel and how they fit, but how do they perform? So the Glycerin Max is a bit of an all-rounder. It's incredibly durable underfoot. It's also an excellent up-tempo workout shoe for a max cushion shoe. It can do long distance miles up to marathon distance easily, but because of its weight coming in around 297 grams for a size 9 men's US, it's not ideal for those faster workouts around 5 to 10k. So excellent marathon shoe or for easier runs and recovery runs. It can be used as a lifestyle shoe, just to keep note that it can be a little bit more unstable compared to something like the Ghost Max 3, which is really designed as a lifestyle shoe overall. Yes, it can cover some easy runs and recovery runs, but it comes in at 357 grams in a size 9 men's US, so it's not ideal for doing any faster paces than that. It's a little bit slower to transition from the back to the front of the shoe compared to the Glycerin Max. And as a result, it's best placed for walking and for lifestyle use if you want to stand for long periods of time or if you're a keen walker. However, if you've got any questions on them, drop in the comment section below. There's links to them in the description if you want to check out the latest prices on Amazon, and buying through them links helps fund the channel without affecting the price that you pay. Thank you very much for watching.